Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Tarun Malik, and today we'll be discussing mock CAT 2024 LRDI part. Okay. Let's start with the first set. Right. So you can see on the screen, based on the given information, solve the question that follows. In a mall in a particular city, there is a multiplex with 5 screens, namely bot, dot, rot, not, and pot. The price per ticket for a particular screen is the same for all the seats. Two bar graphs are drawn below. One shows the total number of seats in the 6 screens, while the other shows the price per ticket of the 6 screens for one show. The revenue earned from any screen is only on account of ticket sales, nothing else. The price per ticket as well as the number of seats are a multiple of 10. Alright. Okay, let's look at the paragraph. This is price per ticket, so it's quite readable, I think, right? This is 120. This is midway, so multiple of 10, that means we'll take this as 130. This is 180. This is 110, and this is 150. Clear? Very much visible. Looks very simple data. Next is number of seats, again multiple of 10, so this is clearly 140, this is 190, this is 120, this is 160, and this is 150. Better to make this as a table, right? Because if you see the questions, all the questions were based on the revenue, right? Most of them. So we can form this particular table here, right? Bot, dot, rot, not, and pot, price per ticket, and number of seats, right? So this is the first thing you should do in this part of questions. So the first question, I mean, now if you look at the question as well as the data, right? Data is very simple. It's a calculation based LRDS set, right? So unless until the questions are not very tricky, the question will be, I mean, the set will be very easy, correct? So if you look at the first question, for example, the screen is said to be house full if all the seats are sold out for one particular show. So one day 3 p.m. show was sold out for all the screens. Now on that day, for the 3 p.m. show, the revenue for the screen that had the largest revenue was approximately what percent greater than the screen that had the least revenue. So what we need to do in this table, we need to simply multiply price per ticket into number of seats. That gives you total revenue for that screen, right? Similarly here, 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 and here. And this is also a easy calculation, you can see, because you can easily multiply 12 into 14, you can easily multiply 13 into 19, and so on and so forth. So the calculations are also not very tricky, right? So I mean, if you are having a double mind that whether I should multiply all the things or not, because the values are easy, you can easily do that. So multiply all the values and that will give you the revenue for the different shows, right? So this is the case you will get, right? Number of seats आ गया आपके पास, screen, price per ticket, right? Revenue is there. So what is the question? Largest revenue clearly we can see 247,000, and least revenue is 168,000. So this is how much percent more than this. You can cancel out 00 straight away. So the basic idea is 247 minus 168 gives you 79 more. So I need to find 79 upon 247. Look at the options. There is no need to calculate the exact value, right? Options are there, so you can eliminate the options. So clearly you can see that it is approximately 50%, right? Sorry, my mistake. This is 168, right? Because we need to compare it with the smallest revenue. Yeah. So now you can see that half of this, 50% of this is what? 84. this is 79. So can I say this percentage should be less than 50%, slightly less than 50%? And if you look at the options, this is ruled out, this is ruled out, this is ruled out. The only option left is 47, because answer has to be slightly less than 50%. Is it clear? This is how you can eliminate the options. So we are not calculating the exact. I am not sure whether it's going to be 47 or 48 or 46.5. I am not sure about that. I am only doing elimination of options. And this is how you can do also. Clear? Very easy question. First one. Second. On a particular day, to increase the sales of seats, discount of 30%, 25% and 20% were given on the screen of dot, rot and pot respectively. And on that day, these are the percentage of seats were sold for different screens. What is the average revenue to the nearest integer of all the 5 screens on that day? So you can use the data of the previous question here. There is no need to calculate discounted price and the number of seats according to that, right? What we can do is, this is the table we have made in the earlier question, right? Now what happened? Discount of 30% is given to dot. So we have a 30% discount here. 25% on rot. And 20% on dot. कुछ गड़बड़ किया क्या? Dot, sorry, dot, rot and pot. Yeah. So pot we have 20%. Right. So these are the discounts given. Number of seats sold are 90%, 60%, 50%, 100% and 80%. So there is no need to calculate 90% of 140 and then multiply that with 120. There is no need to calculate 30% of 130, almost only discount is, so 70% of 130 and 60% of 190 and then multiply. That will be a lengthy process, right? What we can do here is, because this into this gives you this, right? If you are clear with the concepts of percentage, you can use simply multiply factor. Here, overall effect in the revenue will be the combination of discount as well as the number of seats. There is no discount here. Number of seats are 90% sold. So can I say we can simply multiply this with 0.9? Or rather, you can say that 10% is 1680 and subtract that from 16,800. That gives you the revenue for the day, right? Similarly, here we have 30% discount. So basically the price will be 70% of this, right? And number of seats will be 60% of this. So the effect on revenue will be what? 70%, right? Yani ki 0.7, and for this it is 0.6. Are you getting the point? Okay. So using multiply factor concept, we can simply say the answer will be, the revenue will be 247,000 into 0.7 into 0.6. You can multiply in part wise into 7, first 7 and then 6, or you can simply multiply with 0.42 also. Similarly here, we need to do 25% discount means 75% will be the value, or 3 by 4 I can say. And here we have 50%, that is half of that. That gives you the revenue for the rot. Here we have nothing, so it will be remain same. Here 20%, so discounted price will be 80%. So I need to find out 0.8 into 0.8. That will be the revenue of that. So calculate these values, and this is there. That will be the total revenue for the day. You need to find the average, right? So let me straight away show you the table. This is the values you will get. Alright, let me erase the screen if it is clear to you. So this is we have discussed, right? 0.9, 0.6 into 0.7, 0.75 into 0.5, basically 3 by 4 into 1 by 2, and 0.8 into 0.8. That gives you these values. Add it, gives you 63674 divided by 5. That will be your answer. I hope it is clear. Very much doable set, must have been done in the test. Okay, so that's your answer. Just a second. Third question. A few days ago, Vijay went to the multiplex along with his friends. He watched 2 movies there, of which the first was bought. Due to some urgency, 6 of the friends left after the first movie. If the total amount paid for both movies was the same, then how many of Vijay's friends watched the first movie if they were less than 20 numbers? Alright. Okay, so the first movie they watched is bought. Suppose initial number of people are x. So total amount spent is what? 120x. Now 6 of the friends left. So the number of people remains x minus 6. Okay. And they watch some other movie. I'm not sure about the price of that, right? So let's say the price per ticket for that movie is y. So the revenue will be what? xy minus 6y. And because the amount paid for both movies is same, can I say it is equal to 120x? Right? So if I calculate the value of x from here, x will be equal to you can calculate x also, x minus 6. y पे बात कर लेते हैं. Y will be what? 120x upon x minus 6. Okay. And you need to find the value of y only, right? To find the value of x in case. But we have the value of y. Alright. Now it's better to check the value of x, isn't it? X will come out to be value what? X will come out to be 6y over y minus 120. This is better. Alright, now y will be out of these 4 figures, correct? So one by one if you put the values of y here, so 130 gives you what? 6 into 130 over 130 minus 120 is 10. This gives you 78. So x is coming out to be 78, which is not possible because the number of people are less than 20. Okay. If you put 180 here, you'll get 6 into 180 over 180 minus 120 is 60. This is 3, that is 18, less than 20 can be my answer, right? Although you can stop it here also, right? Because options are fixed, so answer will be fixed only, right? If the answer, one of the option would have been cannot be determined, okay, in that case you can to check further values also. So you can stop here, and x is coming out to be 18. So total number of people were 18. Now you can do a silly mistake here, that you can mark the answer as 18, option A, but that is not the answer, because the question is how many of the Vijay's friends watched the first movie. So Vijay is excluded, right? So the answer is 17. Total number of people watched is 18. So how many of them are Vijay's friend? So you need to exclude Vijay, right? Okay, so the answer will be 17. Alright, question 3 done. Question 4. A few days back, Kalyani went to the multiplex along with 11 of her friends. So again, look at it here. Kalyani along with 11 of friends. So total number of people are 12, okay? They watched the movie Tuntun. It was released on 2 screens, Rot and Pot. And 2 discounts are available. At Rot we have buy 5 get 5 free. At pot we have buy 2 get 1 free. If Kalyani wants to save some money, which screen should she go for? Okay. Alright. So we are talking about pot and rot. Now we have 12 people, okay. On rot we have 5 plus 5. And on this we have 3 plus 1. Sorry, 2 plus 1. So what will happen here? She will buy 5 tickets for 180 into 5. Okay. And she will get 5 tickets free. So in any ways, in 900 rupees, she will get 10 total tickets. Now she need to buy 2 more. So there is no discount applied for that. So 2 tickets for 180 rupees per ticket will give you 360. So the price at rot will be 1260. Right. Here buy 2 get 1 free. So in 150 to 2, 300 rupees, she can get 3 tickets. So if I need to buy 12 tickets, I can spend 4 times of that, that is 1200 rupees. So which saves money in this case? Pot, right? 60 rupees less, and that will be your answer. Easy again, basic concept of profit and loss, right? What is your answer? Question 5. Vaishnu went to multiplex along with his friends. He watched 2 movies there. One of them is not. One of which is not. Sorry, yeah. 7 of his friends left after the first movie. Total amount paid for the second movie was 50% more than that paid for the first movie. Similar to that question we have done, right? How many people watched the first movie? So we can use the same concept here. The first movie was not. The price per ticket is 110. Let's say the initial number of people is X. So the price is at 110x. Okay, revenue. Now we have X minus 7 people, and again let's say the price per ticket is Y. So this is your total revenue. The second revenue is 50% more than this. So I can say this revenue, that is XY minus 7Y, is equal to 50% more means 3 by 2 of 110x, or basically 165x. Again, if you calculate the value of X here, X will come out to be 7Y over Y minus 165. Okay, so clearly you can see that Y has to be more than 165. If Y is more than 165, the only option left is 120. So if you check it here also, if you put Y equal to 180, 7 into 180 over 180 minus 165 is 115, and that gives you 12, that is 84. So X is coming out to be 84. Now again, what is the question asking? How many people watched the first movie? So answer is not 83 here, right? It is 84 only. In that question it was BYJU'S friends. So you have to subtract 1 there, right? But not necessary here. So the answer will be 84. Right? I hope it is clear. Alright, so this is the first set we have done.